Hi everyone. So this is TikTok for affiliates, but it's actually, I don't know why I decided actually to call this video TikTok for affiliates, since it's also intended on like brands, or especially like anyone that's running like DTC or lead gen and performance campaigns there. So I want to talk about a few things. The first one would be what I call long-term thinking as an affiliate or as a brand owner, but especially as an affiliate, because affiliates are lacking in that space, and this is something that could turn a losing campaign into a profitable one. Um, the other thing is that I want to talk about some differences or big mistakes when affiliates are transitioning from Facebook into Google, or Google into TikTok. So that's one thing, one other thing that I want to talk about. And the last thing that I would talk about in this video would be two creative approaches, basically. What I call the ugly creative approach, and the more kind of like native platform aligned approach. So this is like gonna be three things. So let's start with long-term thinking as an affiliate or brand owner. So this would be for, I don't know, 30-40% of your campaigns as an affiliate. This would mean the world. It's gonna change everything. So first of all, let's talk about some back-end revenue. And when I mean back-end revenue, I'm not just talking about emails and SMS and just like, stuff like that everyone's doing. A part of what I call back-end revenue is building something that's long-term. What does it mean? Basically, it means squeezing everything you can from that campaign. So you have to be creative here, but I'm going to give you a couple of ideas. So the first one would be, if you know that you're running a very specific niche like ED, or you are targeting the Republican niche, then you want to try and use that list, that audience segment from one campaign towards another campaign. I've had instances where one campaign was losing hard, but the list that campaign generated, people who clicked on ads, people who watched 15% of the video, people who actually got into the checkout phase in some way or form inside the funnel, that audience was converting like crazy on another offer. So I kept the first offer just to run the other offer. So that's one thing. The other thing would be TikTok pages. This is again something that's really been, affiliates have been ignoring this on Instagram, on Facebook, even YouTube pages. You need to start building assets. So for example, if you know that you're running Spark ads, which is the native ads that are inside the TikTok page, then you want to make sure that you build a page, because right now there is a big opportunity. People actually would follow your page, high quality people, not bots and stuff like that. And the second thing is that you're gonna get organic reach, which you don't have on any other platform. So once you get new ads up, you're gonna see if there's a reaction or you don't get a reaction and stuff like that. So you basically get free clicks, free video views and stuff like that. So that's a big thing, and I really think that people need to take advantage and take use of that thing. One of the biggest lessons I had to go through, and honestly I probably am still going through it, is how do I make the shift, the adjustments I need to make from running on Facebook, being used to YouTube, and not applying but testing the methods that work for YouTube and Facebook and stuff like that. Because lots of times we are used to, for example, cost cap campaigns, beat cap campaigns, launching right out of the gate, or maybe pausing a campaign that's not converting on the first couple of days, where we really need to come with a clean slate when it comes to TikTok. You want to make sure that you approach it in a very, very clean, naive almost way, because it's different. It's different than Facebook. It learns different. It takes less time sometimes. It takes more times usually. So you want to make sure that you don't apply those things that are working for you. And here are like just like major adjustments that I had to make to some of the way that I thought, the mindset, the offers, the technical stuff. So the first thing, the big thing I did was I stopped running through lenders, surveys, and stuff like that. I understood that that audience there for some offers is much younger, is much smarter, and some stuff, especially when it comes to e-commerce, gadgets and stuff like that, the direct approach just worked better than anything else. So that's one. I'm trying to be, in general, much more open, much more native when it comes to the products that I'm selling. If it's on Amazon, I would say that inside the creative, I'm not trying to hide anything. I'm being super open about everything. That's just the way that the audience there works. That's my experience. I am trying to use long form creatives, longer videos there. Even though it's a platform that's intended on much shorter videos, that works. Just note that if you're doing that, you need to run it through a Spark ad, as a Spark ad through a TikTok page, because the ad library there is limited to 60 seconds. And just like understanding that TikTok is much more of like a baby platform. So unlike Facebook, there is still very direct correlation between CTR and CPC. So if you are aiming towards getting a higher CTR, you are going to see that lower cost per click, which is not the case on Facebook anymore. Sometimes you would get a much higher CTR, you're still gonna pay the same CPC. And this is just like a big part of what it's gonna take for you to scale there as an affiliate. So if you're planning on watching the CPA alone, it's going to be very hard, but you are or you should be collecting emails or something like that, or phone numbers that you're going to be able to monetize. If you're running an organic website, maybe you have a Google campaign running. So like just like a brand or something like that, people are gonna start searching for you. Maybe you have an Amazon listing or something like that. You need that backend to support the campaigns, because you're gonna see a major uplift when you start a campaign on TikTok. People are gonna search for your brand, even the page or the TikTok page's name and stuff like that. So it's going to just like generate more revenue if you're able to be there when the user really researches and stuff like that. So if you are someone who really understands attribution, this is going to be a big opportunity for you, because most people do not understand attribution right now. Most advertisers that are going to try and run there are going to see a very high CPA. They're either not going to give it enough time to optimize and they're going to pause the campaign, or they don't realize that they're making lots of money on the back end and the halo effect. So there is a big opportunity if you do understand attribution. The last piece that I want to talk about is two approaches, like when I approach a campaign in terms of like the creative strategy that I'm going to use. So there are like a few different ways of approaching a campaign. The first one would be the ugly, just give me the click or the cheap click, and the algo would optimize on sales or leads or whatever the conversion is. That's the first approach. The second approach would be getting a great creative that looks very native or fits the platform, like TikTok, where you either educate or don't educate the user, and you get a much lower CTR, but the user that actually clicks is much more educated and goes towards that. I don't have a specific or direct or definitive answer as to what's working right now. I just test both. I gotta say that some of the really ugly creatives that are built on just like a very short YouTube video or a GIF that I'm just like a meme or something like that I'm running, sometimes they really get a curiosity sort of like click, and then you just get lots of clicks inside and you start to optimize. That's a very good approach. Sometimes that doesn't work because you get like lots of garbage clicks and no one buys, and then you have to educate the customer and stuff like that. It also depends on how your product page or advertorial or whatever you're sending the user to is built. And the last thing I try and A/B test within that campaign would be the discovery cards, which is um, just like an image that would tell the user whatever you want, because it's an image basically, but it's kind of like either a call to action or something that adds urgency or security to the purchase. So that's something I like to test as well when it comes to campaigns. But I'm gonna make a whole video about my tactical stuff that's much more technical. Thank you for watching this, and I hope it made sense and it's gonna improve the way that you look at campaigns on TikTok.